What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is, in essence, a decentralized online payment system that grows into a currency in its own right. Initiated in 2009, it's an open source, meaning other developers can tweak and offer modifications to the software, pending approval by lead developer Gavin Anderson. Most importantly, though, it's an anonymous payment system and one that does not require any fragment of trust from either party involved for it to work. Transactions occur by sending the currency to a specified Bitcoin address. How does it work? The main problem with online transactions is that digital records can be manipulated, so someone can, with the right kind of interference, possibly spend the same money twice. With systems like PayPal and Paytm, the company acts as a central trusted authority to authenticate each transaction. Bitcoin instead uses something called a blockchain to maintain records. The blockchain is a public ledger of every Bitcoin transaction ever conducted, one that is distributed to every machine connected to the Bitcoin network. This blockchain will exist forever and is impossible for any one person to edit. Instead, when a transaction takes place, computers in the network automatically check the balance of the Bitcoin addresses involved and edit the ledger. Every 10 minutes, a new block is created as Bitcoins are mined. These miners then confirm all transactions since the last block was added before adding the new block to the chain and redistributing it. This way, no one can steal Bitcoins or forge them out of thin air by changing a few numbers. Instead of one central bank figure, everyone has records which can then be cross-referenced to identify fraudulent payments. It also means payment are not reversible, like with PayPal, and your own accounts can never be frozen. Who are Bitcoin miners? The question you are probably asking now is, where do Bitcoins come from? Who issues them? And what gives them their value? Simply put, some users dedicate their computers to verifying transactions on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network. Remember how we talked about transactions being checked every 10 minutes? That's done by these guys, and they are called Bitcoin miners. In return for donating their processing power so everyone can enjoy using Bitcoins, these miners are given a proportional amount of the currency as a reward. How much is one Bitcoin worth? The value of Bitcoin is as volatile as any market investment you might make. A few months back, the first block in the chain was mined, and exchange rate was established that set the value of Bitcoin at $1 equivalent to 1,309.03 BTC. That rate used an equation including the cost of electricity for a computer mining Bitcoins. The value of Bitcoin has seen quite few changes over the years, though it's steadily risen on the larger scale. Earlier today, Bitcoins crossed the value of $10,000 for the first time ever. If you want to purchase a single Bitcoin right now, it will cost you rupees 6,43,325 rupees, and that number is only going up. Let's understand, why are Bitcoins so much more expensive now? Let's go back a ways for this question. Bitcoins are based on scarcity system according to designs by the original lead programmer Satoshi Nakamoto. The problem is that Nakamoto was like a pseudonym, as the mysterious figure has seemingly faded from existence after abdicating in favor of Anderson. A successful Bitcoin miner is rewarded newly minted Bitcoins when completing a block, as well as transaction fees. However, that number is halved every 4 years. This started as 50 Bitcoins in 2008, eventually dropping to 12.5 new Bitcoins awarded for each block in 2016. Eventually, the number of Bitcoins rewarded will go down to 0, and further mining of the blockchain will only net minus transaction fees. A new block is created every 10 minutes. That amounts to 240 blocks mined in a 4-year cycle. With that rounded down to 210,000, you add the total depreciating values of the Bitcoins awarded each year. That is 50 plus 25 plus 12.5 plus 6.25 like that, which leaves you with 100. When you multiply those two values, it gives you 21 million, which is the total value of the Bitcoins that will be ever mined. That's why it's inadvisable for newcomers to start mining now unless they plan to do it as a hobby. Now, you're armed with everything you need to know about Bitcoins to school